Well, I like a man to be bigger than me and to have a strong character, somebody who has a stronger character than I have.
Does he have to be a man with great big muscles and
No.
great big thighs and legs?
No, I don't like a man who's too preoccupied with his own masculinity.
What about skinny fellas?
Skinny fellas are okay, depending on their character.
Well, I'm very attracted to men who are able to sing and play music, interested in music and singing.
Do they have to be physically big men?
Oh, no, not necessarily. No, I like the people who are slim and trim.
What do you look for in a man when you want to find him attractive?
Well, I like a well-proportioned man, around 6 foot in height, and not too lean and not too fat.
Does he have to be a fella with a lot of muscle?
Oh no, I find those muscular men rather revolting to look at. You know, these fellows all muscles now.
So they want men who are bigger and better than they are. No surprise there. Although they are not particularly talking about large muscles, one of them also said they want a man who is strong in character.
Maybe because they don't have any.
What do you look for then in a man?
Well, Carl, I don't go out with a specific idea in mind, but I do find that I think certain people are attractive, and they're usually fairly slim and athletic type people, but they're not enormous, big, sort of Apollo-type specimens of humanity, which I find rather disgusting looking.
Why do you find this so?
Well, the problem if you go to an Apollo place and start doing bodybuilding and so on is that you will get overweight, or you will get so developed that you look rather like what you might expect to find in a zoo, for example.
I like him to be taller than me, not too heavy.
What about muscles?
No, muscles be inclined to put me off too much, you know? Certain amount, okay.
What physical attributes do you admire in a man?
Well, personally, I don't really go for the physical point of view at all. I would prefer personality. But I would prefer a man to be, well, anything from 5'10" to 6 foot, not very muscly, which I think most Irish men are very brawny and, you know, ugly looking, but I would prefer him to, if he had large bone structure, should be just fairly well covered.
There's a theme starting to unfold here. Not too muscly and not overweight. I find that is what modern women tend to lean more towards as well. I think this is because athleticism gives off the impression of stamina and endurance. If he is too muscly, it can come across as intimidating to some women.
Gee, they're scared.
Well, when I first see a man, first of all, I like to see what kind of personality he has. His physical attraction isn't that much to me.
But there must be some sort of physical build that you prefer to another sort of physical.
Medium height, not too fat, not too well built, not too muscly.
Well, a tall, very, very broad man, I would say, appeals to me very much.
He has to be taller than you?
Yeah, a good bit taller.
Does he have to be athletic?
No, not really. Well, I like sort of a man's man, you know, I don't like anybody very, very vain.
Well, I don't like them too fat or muscular. I think it looks a bit vulgar and overfed. I like them thin and sort of well built, not too small, a bit like you.
Even though he is specifically asking about physical muscle, they still manage to add height into the mix for overall attractiveness. To sum everything up and put everything together, women from the 60s are saying, don't be fat, don't be too slim, don't have a weak personality, and don't be short.
I'd rather not.